There are many Roblox horror games on the platform, but it may feel like you've already seen them all. Well, this video will cover 5 underrated horror games that you may like. Some of these games may be more realistic and scary, while others might be less realistic and more playable for all audiences. Well anyways, let's get straight into the video with the first game on this list, SCP Anomaly Breach 2. This game is a hyper-realistic SCP horror game based in an experimental facility. You start out in a cell with a note next to your bed. The note explains why you're there and what you're supposed to do there. To give you guys as much information as possible without spoiling the whole game, basically your objective as a player is to escape the facility without dying to different SCP monsters. Each SCP monster has different looks, strengths, and weaknesses. For example, SCP-173 requires you to make direct eye contact with him or else he'll try to kill you. Each SCP also brings different threats and challenges, and to outmaneuver and survive these SCPs, players need to think quickly and use strategy to escape. This game is high quality and is very realistic and has great sound effects and music. They even have voiceovers. Next up on this list though is Spectre II. Spectre II is similar to the game Phobia, and in this game you are basically a paranormal investigator searching for ghosts and other creatures. Your goal is to find and identify the different creatures in a map. There are many different maps in this game, each with different difficulties, some easy while others are hard. Now to help you find these monsters, you and your team could use equipment such as flashlights, lighters, or sanity soda. But be warned, you and your team can only have up to 10 pieces of equipment in a match, so choose your options carefully. What's cool is that you can also upgrade your equipment to make it better and more efficient. You can also upgrade your van and even craft better items. You can also pick different characters to play as to personalize your experience. Just like SCP Anomaly Breach 2, this game also has high quality and realistic builds, making the environment and vibe of the game more scary. I'm also a huge fan of the UI and sound effects as they give the game an extra layer to it. So if you're into games that have anything to do with ghost hunting, you should 100% give this game a try. But before we get into this next game, I want to add an honorable mention to this list. The game Unknown Caller is a simple but interesting horror game that takes you through the story of a woman named Claire after she moved back to her childhood house after her aunt's passing. You enter her home, and as you walk around the home, you can find more letters, text, and clues that tell you what is going on. Now, the developer of the game Remote Visuals did ask me to mention this game in the video, but I do genuinely think that this game and his future games have a ton of potential. The builds and UI in this game are pretty good as well, and does a good job of setting off a creepy atmosphere. If you're into more simple but still entertaining horror games, you should 100% give this game a try. But anyways, getting back to the video, the third horror game on this list that you need to check out is Horror Portals. Horror Portals is a Roblox game in which you can pick from different horror stories. Some horror stories that you can play include Happy Birthday Isabella, Jolly's Carnival, and Holmes Hospital. Each of these stories have different endings that you could try to obtain. This game overall though isn't the most realistic horror game out there and is more cartoonish than other games. For example, you could get pets that you could try to get and use or trade. Moving on though, the fourth game on this list is Phobix. Phobix is a horror game that allows you to experience different fears and phobias. Basically, each level in this game is designed to tap into a different fear or phobia. Some phobias and fears you can experience in this game include claustrophobia, arachnophobia, arachophobia, and tons more. If you're looking for even more phobias to experience in this game though, you can buy a game pass that allows you to access even more fears and phobias. Now from my experience, this game is fairly realistic and scary depending on the phobias you try. The sound effects also add to the realism and scariness, and while you're experiencing these different phobias, you can collect badges in the game. But overall, give this game a play if you want to test out your fears and phobias. Fair warning though, this game may get scary at times. But let's get straight into the last game on this list, Little Ones. Now, Little Ones is probably the most unrealistic game on this list and is somewhat similar to games like Piggy and Survive the Killer. Basically, in this game, you need to avoid childlike entities called the Little Ones while also trying to escape the map that you're in. To do this, you need to solve puzzles, find keys, and get certain items that will help you. You can also buy different weapons and gear in the shop using coins in the game to help you have a better chance to escape. However, there is also a chance that you may actually be a little one in a round, and in this case, your objective is to kill all of the players before they escape. Also, just like Piggy, this game does have some lore and story to it that adds a layer to the game. And again, even though this game isn't very realistic, I do like the build style and UI in the game. Definitely go ahead and check it out. But yeah, if you guys want to play any of the games I have mentioned, all of them will be listed down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.